Marjorie Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I am back with another DIY embellishment video that takes place every Saturday. And to be entered to win one of these, all you have to do is leave a comment on the video. So this is another Marjorie and Designs file, and I think it is called Franklin and Franny Loves Books, and it's super cute. I did it in light colors. I don't know, y'all know I'm in the pastel light mood. So this one's the title, and then the little bear. There is more bears in the set, and I may do those at some point, but at this point I'm just trying to film enough to get ahead because of surgery so that y'all have videos. So we'll put this stuff together today. Here's all the pieces for it, and I haven't inked it or anything because you guys tell me that you like to watch me ink it to see how to do it. So I'll do that with y'all. So here's our bear to start with, and then I already did ink that piece. But these are really simple. These are going to be your books, and I just lightly hit the edges. I may do this one a little bit different. This one was my trial piece, and there's a few things that I didn't care for about it. So one of the things is to add a little bit in there. Let's see. This is going to go on this one, if I can pick it up. Let's see. I want to make it look so that it's the actual top part of the book. This piece, I have to admit, these books had me stumped on this one, and I didn't really know what to expect. So you can take your glue eraser, and you can erase stuff sometimes if it's too much. Or I am using Vintage Photo Distress Oxide, and since it's an oxide, if you wet it, it reacts with water. So I just have my spray bottle and a paper towel, and I'm just going to wipe it off. Or I'm going to mix it in. Sometimes you can. I did use printable paper for this, so that I had got printables from Shabby Art Boutique. So anyhow, it's okay. And I think I'll just hit the edges of this one. I didn't do it on the other one. But I inked everything else. So I think it'll be alright. This one I messed up on putting it together. Like I said, this was my practice piece. And I messed up on the leg, and I had it underneath instead of on top. So it tore it a little bit, me having to rip it apart. But I think it looks okay. And I can always keep that one for myself. This don't get inked. Let's see. Here's this one. And then the bow. And then all the bear parts. And I just lightly ink the edges. If you wanted it more, I'm like holding it like this and doing it versus all the way on it, so that you're just getting the edges, hitting the edges of it. It's all about in how you hold your dauber. So that's all the pieces inked that needs to be inked. I'm going to lay these back in the tray here. Give myself some space to work. Alright, so we are going to put the books together first. This one's going to go like this. The little piece like this is where this is going to kind of center up in it to make it look like the spine is bigger than the pages. This one had me stumped, y'all, like for real. It was absolutely driving me bonkers, but I finally figured it out. And now I can't remember if that one goes. Let's see. This one's going to go like this. Okay, yeah, and it is going to go like that. Like I said, I twisted and turned these things around every which way, trying to figure it out to begin with. And I was actually looking at the picture, but my brain just could not make it work. But, got it figured out now. Alright, and I'm going to take my dauber, just the edge, and just do it right there a little bit. And around this part. And then here, where the spine of the book would be. Alright, so then this one goes on top like this, but I used foam to pop it up just a little bit and give it some dimension. So let's do that. Alright, there's that. There's our stack of books. And then next we'll work on the title. So this is the I Love Books. Oh, here we go. This one is it's made to look like a book, but you know, it's the I. And then for the heart, I popped it up on foam also. This one's actually very simple file to put together. Other than those books, trying to figure out which way they go. That was the hard part. Okay, and then my letters. So these, I think I have them all. Got some glue gun on my gun. Alright, and then, like I said, this one is a very simple file to put together. I haven't done the other ones yet, but I hope to at some point. I made me one and y'all one, so there's nothing better than curling up with a good book and some hot chocolate in the wintertime. So that's why I picked this one. I can work on anything I want, but I try to theme it along with what, you know, season or whatever we're in. So that might not be the case the whole year, but that's my plan for right now. And I figured depending on, there's that, let's work on the bear. I figured depending on what they end up getting used on, you could write the title of your book, like right here across the front, or along the edge, or on the spine of this one. So, you know, you could do one that said flowers, or gardening, or cooking, or depending on what type of page you want to put it on. I just kind of left it open. I didn't want to write something on there because whoever wins it, you may have a totally different thing you want to use it on. So I wanted to keep it general. Okay, so then we have the belly on this one goes on first. Normally it's the leg, but this time it's the belly. And then the leg, and you only have one leg, and it looks weird to me. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Like I said, I know that I did this one wrong to begin with. And actually, I should have put the foot on first, so we'll leave that up. But there's 2 feet, but they look, I don't know, it just looks weird to me. Maybe I'm not doing it right. But I fixed it so that it could go here. That might not be the correct way. But no matter how I did it, it didn't look right to me. So, it is what it is, and that's how it's staying. If anyone else has put this file together and has any insights, by all means, I'm willing to hear it. And then this one I did on foam, and I just lined it up here. But don't that look weird? I mean, it's supposed to make it look like the back leg or the back foot, because it's sitting down, but you would think it would be down here more. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Who knows? Alright, so then we're going to put our ears on next. You can see kind of there's a bigger ear and a smaller ear, so this one's the bigger one. And they're just going to line up on there. And then this one is the smaller one. And sometimes you have to get it lined up the right way. Okay. And then the little inside of the ears, which is these darker pieces. And then once you have that done, you can put the face on. And then the muzzle. Oh, just kidding. I usually put the muzzle on foam. Just to give it a little bit of dimension on its face. And then we have eyes. And then the little bitty tiny dot is the mouth. And then the nose goes on here. Cute, right? And then we have the arms. If I can get a hold of them. And let's see, this one's going to go on this way on the back, and this one's going to go on the front. And then what I usually do is I put a little piece of foam tape underneath the hand in cases like that, just so that, because your outer arm would be up and be more 3D, so that's my thoughts for that one and how I do it. See a little piece of black, it looks like it's shed. Okay, and then the last thing is the bow, and it has those 2 little pieces, and just glue it on. And then we put it on foam. Not that one. That was a really tough foam. I need a smaller, easier one to tear. Okay. I like to just pop it up a few of the things to give it dimension throughout. And her bow goes on. So that's all of our pieces. So then, which is super cute, and you could do it, you know, she's supposed to be sitting on them. So what I did was I took and glued her to this and then put a piece of foam tape up here to level it out, since this is also on foam. And it probably needs another piece right here, just to level it all out. Okay, so that is our pieces. So then all that's left to do is the pen work. Oh, and the chalking. Usually I would chalk the cheeks before I got to this point, but here we are. So I just took my chalk, chalked up the cheeks, made them a little pink. And then y'all know I just rub it off. This one needs to be a little more rounded over here. I'm using textured paper so it really gets down in there in the little grooves. And then I also took my chalk and I did my heart just a little bit. Like I added a little bit here and a little bit up here, just to give it a more dimensional look. I just thought it was cute. Alright, so that part's done. And then I'm just going to take my Sharpie S-Gel pen and draw in the eyelashes. And a little line to the mouth. And that's all the black pen work. And then I'm down to using a Jelly Roll 8. I prefer the 10, but I've run them all out, so it's time to get more. And I just do the little pen work, the lines. Fill in the eyes. And the nose. I'm sorry for all the background noise. My husband is very noisy and they're having his snacks. We're going to have a chat when I'm done. And this one you can't see it really good because it is a white pen. And you could do it in a different color, but I just didn't want it to be like super in your face, since I'd already done everything so soft, in such soft colors. And then, y'all know, I just usually do the little highlights. And then the last thing I did was add one of these little pearl blings to her bow to finish her off. So, that is going to be the piece. I will link the file below if you're interested in getting it over at Marjorie and Designs. At the time of filming this, it's on sale. I think it's 60% off right now. And you can win one of these. All you have to do is leave me a comment below. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. And until next time, bye y'all.